So anyway, Joyce, I have a
Welcome.
special guest
Okay.
here. She was on here last week, the marvelous Tawni Acosta, who would love to have a reading from you.
Okay.
So just 1 second here. Hello, Tawni.
Hello.
It seems like we just talked to each other a week ago.
That's right. I can't stay away, Chuck.
Oh, well, I'm happy to have you back. I loved our interview last week, and it was just such a privilege. And I want you to know I had some really positive feedback from people I know who watched the show, and they just loved you.
Oh, thank you, Chuck.
I enjoyed the
So-
show.
Oh, hey, Debbie. I think I remember you too.
Oh, Joyce.
Yes, you two have met, haven't you, Joyce and Tawni?
No.
No, we haven't.
No, you haven't. Well, let me introduce you. Tawni, this is the marvelous Joyce Pietras, and Joyce, this is Tawni Sophia Acosta. She would love one of your readings, and this is a wonderful chance for you to show my viewers what you do.
Okay. Well, I could do something short and sweet, I think.
Sure.
Okay. How's that sound?
Sounds
So
great.
I've looked at your chart. Thank you for sending me all your information so I could draw your chart up. And I looked at your chart, and I've had, I just quickly thought, this person is really, really focused. And it looks to me like you've probably had a wonderful career, and you've probably been in charge of people. And I say that because you have your sun conjunct your north node, which is nodes of the moon, and that is where you came here in this life to head towards. And so I'm sure you use that as you were directing people, and I'm sure you must have been in charge of something, maybe education. I don't know. Maybe you're doing that now. But so you have a very powerful 10th house, which is fame, what people think about you when they think about their careers. And then you've probably been your part of fortune is in your 11th house, and it's there with it's there kind of with the rest of the planets, because I'm looking at your 10th house and your 11th house. Both are just full of planets. You've got the sun, Vesta, Mercury, and Mars in your 10th house. And they're all in Libra. Did you know that?
No, but I don't know what that means.
Okay, well, let me tell you. You have Mercury, which is your mental capacity, how you think, and Mars is your energy. And those are conjunct. They're both 15 degrees of Libra. So you are able to use your energy, your internal energy in your mind. You are a great thinker.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got your north node is 4 Libra and your sun is 5 Libra. So they're conjunct. That means their energies meld together. Okay. So you've got Mars. I don't know if I ever want to get you mad, because you got Mars, the planet of war there, You've got him with your Mercury, and that's your form of communication. So you probably could tell somebody off really wittily without them even knowing it. That's what I wouldn't want to make you angry. But because it's in Libra, you probably don't get angry too much. You probably balance that out. You probably don't.
Well, I do have a temper, but I work hard to keep it in check, because I don't want to hurt people,
Fair. Yeah, well, I wouldn't think you would want to. Not with your north node and your sun in conjunction. Yeah.
But it's interesting. May I share a little bit about my? Oh, okay. I'll let you go.
Just one more thing. I also look at your moon, and your moon is melding with Venus. So you are a very lovely, soul-centered, moon-driven kind of person. Your moon and your Venus. Venus is it's all very good, and they're in the earthy sign of Virgo.
Yes, I am a Virgo.
Oh,
Yeah. How does this make you feel, Tawni?
Oh, it's
How
fascinating.
are you?
It makes me very curious to know more.
Oh, me too. Me too. I told Joyce last night I felt guilty for taking so much of her time, but it's just so, it's like a Pandora's box once you open it up, and there's so many treasures in there, and you want to keep going.
Your son. You think your son? Do I have the wrong date for your birthday?
Oh, no,
September.
that's right. I'm a Virgo, so September 20th.
September. I have September 29th.
Whoa. Oh, oops.
So, lost in translation. I'm
Lost in translation. Oh my goodness.
I'm September. Well, that's
I'll
my.
redo it. We'll have to get back together again, and I'll give you another short reading. But that's the reading I got from the information I was given. I should have checked.
You know what? I think I may have had a. I flew here to Los Angeles this morning, and I may have typed the info too quickly for Debbie.
Oh,
So
no.
yes.
Well,
but that's how I do it. That's how I do it. I take a look at your whole chart. I'm interested now to see your real chart.
If I could please ask, Tawni, though, didn't it sound like she was reading accurately for you, though? Or were you resonating with what she was saying?
There's some things there, definitely, especially about that, the witty part of the temper, and also yes.
That probably won't change much.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you, Joyce, because you were getting at least some of it accurate. So this even ties in with that question I asked you about if you're a little off with the timing. Is there still
you were a lot off by the timing.
You were a lot off. Okay.
Well, next time I'll know. I'll make sure before I start reading somebody's chart, I'll make sure I have the right information. That would be helpful.
Yeah.
So it's
my apologies on
it's all live, folks. This happens. Well, I mean, we'll just have to. We'll do this again. Or Tawni, you can do Joyce's show, or
I could help you on it. When I learn how to do restream and go live, that'll be coming up here.
But you know what, Joyce? I think you did a great job. I mean, because I was just like you a while back, trying to learn all this technology and frankly having a meltdown 10 minutes before we go on live. And so I know what you're going through, and I think you did just fine. I just want to tell you that. I'm proud of you. I'm just proud of everything you're accomplishing. I was so proud of you last night, just talking to you, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do with your show. I know you're going to be magnificent. I need to close soon here, but now, Tawni, I did a reading for you. Let's see. Yeah. In fact, Tawni, do you have a question?
It's oh my gosh. Okay. Well, what are your? Okay, here's the question I wanted to ask. When you bring somebody in and you're going to do a reading, what other modes of practice you bring in, intuitiveness or other parts to actually give the person feedback about their life?
Well, it's
whatever they're interested in. Usually what I do is I start off by giving them what I would call just a simple chart reading. So for example, when I'm looking at, I wonder if I could probably share this with you, and then you can see how wrong it is. I look at the placement of the planets. For example, I'm looking at this chart, and most of the planets are in the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, 11th, and then there's just 2 planets in the 12th house, and they're all there, and like in a little bucket. And then there's one planet that stands out from all the rest, and it's at the bottom of the chart, and that is a handle. So we call this a bucket chart, where all of the planets kind of go from that bucket, go from the handle. The handle is in charge, and the handle in this chart is Chiron, which is the wounded healer. Yeah. And so if everything would be based on that. You would check in with that planet all the time. to make sure before you made decisions, before the other ones acted. Then I would do another thing. I would look at your character, your disposition, your personality, your mentality, your affections. And that would be like your sun sign would be your character and all the aspects to that. Your moon, where your moon is, would be your disposition and all the aspects to your moon. Your personality would be your ascending sign and then the planet that rules that ascendant. So like, for example, if you were a Gemini, you were born, or let's say you're a Gemini and you have Gemini rising, you were born at sunrise. Well, your ruling planet would be Mercury. Okay. And if for a Virgo, your sun would be ruled is the Virgos are ruled, the ruling planet of Virgo is Mercury. So anyway, there's a way that you look and you make sure you know who the ruler of the chart is, and then you have to bounce things off of that ruler as well, because he kind of rules the whole thing, the whole kit and caboodle. Then I might look, if like life patterns, like how you make your money, the people that you might hang out with, like your parents and your family, your the people, relatives, your friends and lovers and children and things like that. And then your career, which would be your 10th house. Of course, you've got your second house is how you make your money and how much money you might make. So that's always a good place to have Jupiter if you want to make a lot of money. And then we'd look to your 6th house for your health. That we'd look at other things too. Like I can tell if you were a person that would want to travel and where you might want to go to. I can tell if you were attracted to people from foreign countries and things like that by looking at your 8th house, the 9th house, I mean. And I can tell, I tell you a little bit about each part. Oh, my.
Joyce, it interested me. You mentioned Chiron. Didn't you say that Chiron was not discovered until 1977?
Right.
And this completely revolutionized astrology in some way, the way that it's interpreted?
Right. We started looking more at more of the asteroids because we could find them. We could see them and we could find them.
Yeah.
And Chiron was named after the wounded healer. And so that's where, he could heal everyone else. He could heal other people, but he couldn't heal his own wounds. And so it's important for us to know what triggers us. What are our wounds? What were our wounds when we were a child? What are, where have we been wounded in our life? And help us to, that will help us help other people to heal, knowing what our wounds are and how we felt about certain things, where we were hurt in our lives. And that would help you help other people. So I don't know. I don't remember what you do, Tawni, but I was thinking, she's probably really in tune with people.
Okay. Oh, very much. Okay. So. I should let you speak, Tawni.
I'll do this as quickly as my previous career was a project manager, but what I do right now is I'm hypnotherapist, therapist, life coach. And so I help people who are blocked and stuck or have major issues with anxiety, depression, whatever. I help people get out of those places.
Wonderful. And do you think that had anything to do with things that might have your past, in your past where you might have been hurt? Does that help you help them? Yes. See, that's how Chiron works.
Yeah. And of course, Tawni, you have your own channel. Here's a chance for you to plug it. Anything you'd like to say about your own channel, because you and Joyce both are going to do magnificent things.
Thank you. Yes. The name of my channel is empoweredjourneys.com, which is the name of my business. And we're just starting to put out a few videos, but now, we shall be premiering soon. And I'll leave it as a tease.
Okay. Leave us with a tease. Now, I know we need to wrap up soon. Now, Tawni, I, of course, did an oracle card reading for you last week. Joyce, I thought it'd be a great way to close. Is there a question you would like to ask me? I could pull a couple of cards for you.
Let's see.
I know I was able to predict you'd have a good Thanksgiving with your family.
You did.
It
was wonderful. We had a wonderful time. It was just great.
I knew that when I pulled that card for you.
Well, Tawni, do you have a question that you'd like to ask Chuck?
Oh, wow. Well, we did the show yesterday.
Yeah.
Or last week?
Well,
Yeah.
it seems like yesterday. Thank you.
Yeah.
Boy,
I mean, I can think of a question for Joyce, but anyway, Tawni,
okay. Think of what question should I ask?
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Tawni. If you have a question,
no, go ahead.
But Joyce, why don't we pull and ask about your show?
Okay.
Your
channel. Right. How is my channel going to fare in the future?
I'm getting. Okay, the first card I pulled was Discipline, Master Teacher. So, I mean, what I'm getting from this is you, of course, are a master teacher, but I think the discipline aspect is just going to be about you adhering to learning. I'm speaking for myself too here, learning the technology, how to work our computers, how to do a live stream, how to do your videos on a regular basis, all the nuts and bolts that require discipline. That's what I'm getting from this card right here. And then this is a lovely card I pulled for you. Truth. Higher self. As you can see, it's a person holding a candle, a beacon of light. Truth. That's what you're going to do. You're going to be a beacon of light. You're going to be bringing truth to people through your astrology. So those are the two cards I pulled out of the deck here.
Very good. I hope I am. And I hope I help people maybe learn something more about themselves, their inner workings, and have some more insights about why they do the things they do and what other choices they might have for their happiness and things like that.
Yeah. Just for the heck of it, I pulled one more here. Appreciation, divine helpers. In the picture here, you're seeing a gathering of people in gratitude with their lights coming to you, the stars above, up in the sky. I think this is very much showing you're going to be. I take this card to mean you're going to be appreciated. You're going to be acquiring fans. You're going to be acquiring new admirers who really appreciate your work and what you're doing. And hence that card I pulled, the truth, the beacon of light. Mm-hmm. That's what this is about. But as the first card said, you've got to be very, very disciplined about this. As I think Tawni knows also, all three of us know we're having to work really hard right now. And it's taking our manager, Debbie, to really push us. But we're getting great results. And we're going to do that.
She's really helpful.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Oh, and Debbie just said, hold the card near the camera so you can see it.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful? The people gathering out with the lights, but see literally up in the sky, the stars, how that symbolizes what you do. Yeah, astrology. Beautiful. I think it's just.
I like it.
There.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, it was really nice to meet you, Tawni, and I would like to redo your chart, and if you give me, maybe later we could exchange things, and I can send you a different interpretation of what I see. If I see anything that's really different, and I might. Yeah.
Thank you. I would love to.
You're both welcome back here anytime you want. I love you both. You both are friends, and I love how we work together. So I just want to thank you both for doing my show today. I mean, it's the first time I've had two guests on a show, so I feel like a really lucky guy. So I'm going to say goodbye for right now. I think we have we reached the hour point yet? I'm not sure. This has definitely been one of my longer shows. But I've had a lot of fun, and I hope Joyce and Tawni have had fun too. So we thank you very much. And by the way, for myself, please like and subscribe my channel, Chuck's Captivating Chronicles. I'd be very grateful to you. Thank you so much, and I will see you next Monday, same time, same place.
Okay.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.